good evening and welcome to Oxsports Unleashed Series 3, Episode 6. Wherever you are, in your greenhouses, your sheds, your outhouses, wherever you are, welcome to Oxford Downs with kind permission. We thank them for being able to use their studio. As you can see, we have changed our backdrop to include the mighty Oxford Downs, so we do thank them because it is a great place to come and showcase our sports around Oxfordshire. So thanks to Oxford Downs Cricket Club for sure. Really excited tonight. We've got a live guest in Hathway from Oxfordshire Netball. So really looking forward to getting some more information on Oxfordshire Netball. Stay tuned very shortly for that. And we're also trying something a little bit different tonight. And what could go wrong, because we don't just throw this programme together. Well, we might do. But we are going live to an audio hopefully of the town and gown football that's gone on today between Oxford City women and men against the university side. So we're looking forward to catching up with Blake Bint to see how he has enjoyed the afternoon and evening at Court Place Farm. So stay tuned for that, because that could be a lot of bloopers waiting to happen, to be fair. So
could be a lot of feedback and nothing else.
Could be a lot of feedback and you hear nothing. So bear with us. We are trying to do something a bit different tonight. So I think without further ado, Colin, over to you to get us on the road.
We hopefully will be going down to Court Place Farm. We start there with the highlights of Oxford City's win at home to Worksop at the weekend, followed by a post-match interview with Adigate challenger, very happy Ross Jenkins. Here are the highlights of the Hoops win.
Yellow and black striped shirts, black shorts and yellow socks. As this throw-in is whipped in, it's met by the head of Westendorf. It bounces out though, and Worksop have an early chance here for a cross. It is crossed in towards the box, headed out by Ashby again, and underneath it is Alfie Potter. And all of a sudden, Oxford City could charge on the counter here. Potter just trots over the halfway line, finds Mirage, he helps it on to Westendorf, flag stays down, Isaac Westendorf over to Roddy, and after just 1 minute on the clock, Jacob Roddy has given Oxford City the lead.
The Worksop end.
Thank you for your support this afternoon. Here's Parker, just nods the ball forward, and Scott will race onto it. It's over on the right, can he find Westendorf? Ball into the middle, yes! Westendorf scores! And Oxford City do have that 2-goal lead. Brilliant from Oxford City, who have barely had a chance in the second half.
I think the last two games have been difficult. I think we've kept two really good clean sheets. We've scored 5 goals in 2 games, which is really good. Probably could have maybe gone for 1 more in this game, but I think it was wise not to. We had to weather a lot. I mean, Worksop put endless balls into the box. They touch, deliver. They put it in all areas from the pitch. So it is difficult to defend. And the boys weathered it really well. So the first contacts were superb. The second balls were really good. They put pressure on you. I mean, you have to defend it. And I think that the boys who came onto the pitch done it ever so well. And I thought Isaac up front done really well. Tom, I could go for the whole team. Potts with his experience. Parks coming on. Thought our back line headed mostly everything. And I thought it was a really good display.
Thanks there to Ross Jenkins on that great win. Back-to-back wins for Oxford City, so hopefully they can keep that winning run going and push up the table. You'll see the league tables later. So yeah, really good from Oxford City point of view. And like I say, we'll be going live to Oxford City very shortly, so do stay tuned for that. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that Colin has left the building, and I've been joined by Oxfordshire Netball's Ali Hathway. Thank you, Ali, for joining us tonight on Thursday night. As I always do on this show really, is I like to get to know you as an individual. So if you can sort of give us a potted history, if you like, of how you got in the game, what position, who do you play for, and all that sort of thing. It'd be great to hear.
Yeah, sure. So netball I discovered in secondary school. Started playing in the school team, and then I think my mum joined a netball club, and I just, being sporty, went along with mum to netball and would end up trying to join in if the numbers were low, and got the bug from there really. Eventually joined my own club, went and played all through school, carried on playing for school, passed my driving test, much to mum's I'm sure she was relieved, and started taking myself to netball. And then 7 years ago, got the job with England Netball as Netball Development Officer, so covering all of Oxfordshire, so supporting clubs, leagues, grassroots level netball, trying to just grow the sport and get it to where it is now. I was a goal attack, so glory hunter, all the goal attacks, we want to score the goals. I haven't played for a little while, I've turned to coaching instead, and I'm in my current era of netball mum. So I've got a 9-year-old daughter who's just started playing.
Brilliant.
So I'm just about to go into that phase of netball.
Excellent. I'm as a coach myself, is that does that work, twice a week? Is it the weekends, or how does that work?
So yeah, Monday I coach juniors, I coach adults, I run walking netball, back to netball sessions as part of my work. So yeah, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, and then Sunday mornings is usually when I'm out and about doing all things netball.
And are games played on a Saturday, are they? Or
no, so adult league, it runs across a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evening, and then on a Sunday is the junior league. So it's split across the course of the whole week at Central Venue in Marston.
Got you. That's been quite a thing, hasn't it, getting that venue to stop the sort of home and away scenarios that were happening?
Yeah, so I think it was 12 or so years ago, funding went in and the facility up there was developed with support. We had lots of funding from Sport England. As a county, as clubs, we had to fundraise, put money into the venue, and then we've got the 6 courts floodlit up there. And that just got away from the home and away fixtures. Sadly, netball facilities are hard to come by. So getting somewhere that everyone could go to in one night, it saved there's teams all over the county. So you could be travelling from Banbury all the way down to Abingdon, even further. So it just broke away from that and got everybody in one place on hopefully one night of the week.
Oh, no, brilliant. That seems a good structure. And that took a bit of time happening, didn't it?
It did, not without some challenges along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nice venue. It's an outdoor sport, and a day like today when it's absolutely chucking it down, it proves challenging. Yeah, but the ladies and the girls, they do well to play on it.
And I'm very naive to netball, and I've always said this about sports. This is what's great about Oxsports Unleashed, is we showcase different sports, and totally naive to netball. Yeah. So can you give me a little bit of how the game's played, how long it's played? Is it halves? Is it quarters?
Yep.
What does netball involve?
So 7 aside, and you're assigned positions. So each position, depending on what position you're playing, it depends where you can go on the court. So we're across 3 thirds. So you're limited dependent on what bib you've got on. 4 quarters, 15-minute quarters. And the idea is you can't throw the ball. What's nice about netball is the whole team has to play a part in scoring a goal. You can't throw the ball from one end across the middle third to the other. You can't go for a long ball like you can in most sports. It has to travel in each third to get down to the goal. And then you've only got 2 players that can actually shoot on a netball court, the goal shooter and goal attack. So yeah, that's why it's such a nice team sport, because you can't have one player that runs the show.
So there's goal defence, is that right?
Goalkeeper. Goal defence.
Goal defence.
Wing defence.
Wing defence.
Centre. Wing attack. Goal attack. Goal shooter.
Right, love it. In fact, I didn't know, 4 quarters, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a long game, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still an hour, yeah. So, yeah. And it's quick.
Yeah.
It can get, a lot of people think it's got the reputation of really stop-start and lots of whistle from the umpires, but it's a quick. They're athletes. The girls that play, they're good at what they do, and yeah, it takes a lot of skill.
That's really fascinating, actually. I love that.
Yeah.
And you said umpires, not referees as well.
Umpires, yeah. 2 umpires.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Look, I know Oxfordshire Netball was set up, I think, in 1952 from the research I've done, a little bit of research I've done. Just give us you alluded to it a little bit at the beginning there about the Oxfordshire netball structure, but can you give us a little bit more in depth how that looks and how many people you've got involved in the game now?
Yeah, so we've got 4 leagues across the county, so they're all overseen by one netball association, which is all volunteer-led. And with there, so you've got the Oxfordshire League, which consists of the adults, seniors. Then we've got the Prem Plus, which is, again, it's seniors and they're the sort of top teams. Some of those represent Oxfordshire as a region. Then we've got the Cherwell League, which are based in North Oxfordshire, so they're based in Banbury. And then you've got the Oxfordshire Junior League, which is the Sunday mornings, and that's teams from all across the county. Within that, we've got 136 teams competing. So obviously, that a lot of clubs will enter several teams within each league. And it's growing year on year, which is what's great. We're seeing girls now starting as young as 9. So year 5 are the youngest ones playing, which it's been a long time coming. We never used to go that young. And as a governing body, that's what we're now we've got to get girls playing younger. If we want to keep up with the likes of Australia, New Zealand, we've got to get girls playing netball much earlier. So we're slowly getting there.
That's quite an exciting time actually for Oxfordshire netball, or UK
Massively.
Actually, isn't it?
Yeah, as a nation, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. So that's really good to hear. And so presumably the junior leagues, they still play 15-minute quarters as well?
No, slightly shorter. Yeah, I think 10 or 12-minute quarters. Just to make it a little bit easier for the younger ones.
Sure. Same size ball?
Correct, yes.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's really good. Are there any sort of cups? Is there cups that?
So we don't have a cup as such. The summer season just gone. So we play winter season starts September through till Easter time, and then the summer just gone. We did do a summer knockout cup, which then we had the finals. We held those at St Helens and St Catherine's in Abingdon because they've got a really nice indoor facility, and we held a celebration event. So we tied everything in, AGM, presentation, the cup finals, so it got lots of members there to showcase the sport. But it would be great, again, facilities and just fitting it all in. I think it would be great if we could have winter, summer leagues and then cups running alongside it. That's something definitely that's to come.
We mentioned off air, didn't we, that it's not an Olympic sport at the moment, but there is a petition?
Yeah. So sadly not at the moment. It hasn't featured in the Olympics. It's obviously in the Commonwealth Games, but no, we would love to see the sport added to the Olympics. There's a petition at the moment to get it included in the Brisbane 2032 Games. Idea being it's probably biggest in Australia, so if we could get the first time it's included, whilst it's out there, it would be massive for the sport.
I mean, we will show that on one of our YouTube shorts. We'll have the link to help that petition. We'll try and get a few people signing on.
I think we're currently on 18,000 or something.
18,000, that's not a bad start, is it? Yeah, that would be great.
Just off the back of this.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be fantastic. I mean, because cricket's become an Olympic sport just recently as well. So, I think netball has a place there for sure. So it would be good to see it.
Hopefully.
So, just going on that, have you got any players in the teams around Oxfordshire that are pushing for England places? Is there a trial system in that?
There's a pathway which is set from sort of top NGB level that then feeds down into the counties. So Oxfordshire sits within the South region. So we're included in Bucks, Oxfordshire, Berkshire, Hampshire, all the way to Sussex. So we're a sort of a funny shaped region. Yeah. The girls that show talent can be picked up on the pathway at numerous points depending on their age. At the moment, I don't believe we've got any girls from Oxfordshire that are in the pathway that I know of. We've got one girl called Emma Thacker that started in Oxfordshire, and she has made the Roses team. I believe she's currently in the A team. There's hopefully, one day it's getting there.
And is that played internationally?
Yes. Yeah, so England are actually just about to kick off a 3-match series against New Zealand over here. So this weekend, we play New Zealand on Saturday and Sunday, and then again on Wednesday next week. And then we've got a 4-match series against Jamaica in December. So 2 games over in Jamaica and then 2
fantastic.
games over here. We're currently ranked 4th in the world. New Zealand are 2nd, Jamaica are 3rd. So if we can obviously go out and play well and potentially put some wins, that will bump us up the rankings just to try and get us back up. We have been number 2. Off the back of the Com Games win in 2018, we moved up to 2nd. So we're trying to get back there.
Aussie's top, are they?
Correct, yeah.
See.
No comment.
Yeah, now that's made me speechless. I don't know where to go. But yeah, typical, isn't it? Typical. They do things well.
They do.
They do things well.
They do.
We can't knock them for that. Just of interest then, Ali, where can people go to experience netball? If somebody's thinking about going along to a club,
Yeah.
you know, I know you can Google these things these days, but is there any particular place they can go
There
to?
is, yes. England Netball, we have a session finder and a club finder. So depending on what you're looking for, so if you wanted to get back into playing competitively and training, you could go on the club finder, find your local club, and go along, hopefully if there's space, go along and train with a team and potentially enter the league. My remit is getting ladies back on court. So walking netball, back to netball. For those ladies that have dropped out of the sport for whatever reason, they can come along to a walking netball session, which does what it says on the tin. I've got some ladies that are close to 80 that still come along.
Oh, fantastic.
Back to netball's great for like mums that want to come back, anyone that hasn't played since school and wants to have a go at it again without the pressure of it being competitive. And that's all on the England Netball website. It can all be found on there. They'll probably get signposted to me.
Signposted to you. It's just, that's great. I mean, if anybody is looking to do it, please do go to that website because you know you're going to get yourself fit, get back into playing netball. It'd be a fantastic achievement and just nice to get that camaraderie back in with the team spirit.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing beats it. We'll have to get you to come along.
I'm going to take that challenge. Look, you've heard it live here. I've done a few challenges in my life, falling out of planes.
I've got enough places that I can get you on court.
We'll have a go. we will have a go at that. Yeah, we'll put that in the diary. We'll try and film it. We'll have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
That will be good. Fascinating, Ali, really fascinating. I mean, again, what would you say to some up-and-coming netballer, if you like? What advice would you give them?
Keep at it. Don't be... It's really hard. I know there's so many sports on offer now, especially for young girls. It's amazing and it's great where women's sport currently is. Try and stick with netball. I know it can be easy to want to go to other sports. Play them all. Play netball, play football, play rugby. Do all of it because they all go hand in hand. As a coach, the girls that play all of the invasion sports are the ones that, once they get on a netball court, they're the ones that go far. So keep at it. It can be hard. You do get your knockdowns in all sports, but anything, just keep going. And it's really hard. We see a massive drop-off with teenagers. We've got a thing in head office with Netball Her, so it's talking about girls and women's health and how the drop-off in the teenage years is massive. And it's just trying to keep girls engaged. If you're a parent and it's really difficult with all the pressure of growing up and school, but if you can keep them coming, we as coaches will look to make sure those are the girls that stay in because it's so good for them.
Absolutely, I totally endorse that for sure. I always like
it's a brand new ball.
A brand new ball. That's
brand new. Pumped up especially.
That's good. It's got a bit of a weight to it. Is there any way that it should be held, Ali?
Pretty good. We talk about the W on the back. So make a W.
Look at that.
There you
I was
go.
actually doing the W. I'm almost impressed myself there.
Yeah. It's a shame we haven't got a post. It's not high enough. We need a 10-foot
I could
post.
throw it at the producers, couldn't I?
Yeah, catch.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm going to do that.
I can't do that.
Ali, thank you very much for coming here. It's been fascinating. It's been really good to talk to you about netball and around Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to endorse or say, please?
No, I think, just thank you for having me. Anything that showcases the sport, we just need to get it talked about more. I agree. We don't want to fall behind the way we've had a great summer with football, rugby. like I said, the Roses are playing this weekend. It'll all be on YouTube, Sky Sports YouTube. They'll be showing it all live. So anything that gets the viewing figures up. There's broadcast deals with the BBC now in place as well. So it's getting there. It's just the visibility of the sport, keeping people talking about it. And then hopefully we've got Com Games next year in Glasgow. So try and go for gold there. And then World Cup in a couple of years' time again, try and go for first place.
Fantastic. Fascinating. I've really enjoyed that. It's something I've been wanting to get on the show for some time. Love listening to new sports I don't know much about, I have to say, and sadly, and I mean that. So, Alison, thank you. Ali, sorry, very much for coming in tonight and showcasing Oxfordshire netball.
Thank you for having me.
Fantastic interview there with Ali. We thank you want to send it to us, you can send it. There's our email address. Well done, producer. Fantastic. There it is. Our usual email address, oxsportsunleashed@gmail.com. That's oxsportsunleashed@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that takes us swiftly on to our regular fixture focus with Lock and Ryde, or as I like to call them, Pinky and Perky.
Now, Patrick Lock, before we start on what's coming up this coming weekend in terms of fixtures, I want to find out a little bit more about which fixture you witnessed last weekend, sir.
Yeah, I think it's been a bit cold in the UK the last few weeks and been sunning in my coat at the football. So I thought I'd try and find some winter sun for a couple more weeks of football before I then finally put my shorts away and have to really get into the coat. So we went and watched a couple of games up and near Valencia. So yeah, nicer weekend.
All right, now correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a die-hard Oxford City fan, aren't you?
Well, some would say that, yeah.
Some would say,
perhaps my attendance at away games would perhaps argue against that case in the last couple of years, but I like to say that I'm pretty much that in that sense, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you for a long time now, and you have travelled the length and breadth of this country in all weathers, come rain or shine, win, loss or draw. How am I doing so far? That's fair, isn't it?
Yeah,
especially
probably done more miles in the car than I probably wish I'd done sometimes, but yeah, every mile's been worth it, really.
Okay, so can you explain why? Well, okay, first of all, I mean, it's fair to say that you've probably witnessed more losses than wins this season so far down at Oxford City, haven't you?
Yeah, I think that goes without saying, really, looking at City's record, but yeah.
Okay, so can you explain why, as soon as your back's turned, you disappear to Spain, the Hoops win?
Well, to be fair to myself, I was there on Tuesday night when they beat Hereford. Okay. So I'm not quite claiming that it's all down to me.
All right,
but certainly City winning with 11 men, I have to say, yeah, it seems to only happen when I'm not around. So
all right. Now, I've heard a rumour that your mates at the shed end down at Court Place Farm are clubbing together to send you away again. The Ashes are starting, so how about Australia?
Oh, I mean, if they are, I'm not going to complain if they send me to sunny climates every week, to be totally honest. And
right.
Yeah,
they're so desperate for 3 more points, I think, to stay in this division that who knows. But anyway, before you disappear, sir, can you tell us what local football fans have got to look forward to in Oxfordshire this weekend, sir?
Perhaps fairly apt considering talking about international travel for myself last week. Oxford United about a game because it's the international break, so no game down at the Kassam. But Oxford City, they're at home for the final of 5 consecutive Saturdays in a row. It's Peter Sports for them. It's FA Trophy second round, so a quick break for cup action this weekend, and obviously City hoping to repeat what they did last year and, well, repeat and go further after they got to the quarterfinals of that heartbreaking loss against Woking on penalties. Banbury United, they are in Southern League Premier Central action after their good win on Saturday. We'll be looking to back that up with another game against Corn in that division. In the Southern League Division 1 Central, Tame United host Hertford Town, and in the Division 1 South, Didcot are at home as they host Mousehole. So that longest trip of the season later on in the year is reversed this weekend. So it's Mousehole making that mammoth trip up to Didcot. On Sunday, Oxford United host Plymouth Argyle in Women's National League South, and I believe that was the Women's National League Cup fixture last week as well, with the U's travelling to Plymouth Argyle in that case there. Otherwise, it's a couple of County Cup fixtures for our other side. Abingdon United, they travel to Wycombe Wanderers in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup, while in the Oxfordshire Senior Cup, it's Oxford City. They travel to Launton Sports in the Women's Senior Cup there. So that is what is coming up this weekend.
Thanks a lot. Well, Patrick Lott may well be back with us next week for another fixture focus, but who knows where his mates will send him in the quest for another 3 points from Ox City. But in the meantime, though, from myself and Patrick, back to the main studio for much more Ox Sports Unleashed.
Our thanks to Lock Ryde there. Really good little fixture focus that. I have watched that. It was excellent. So our thanks to Pinky and Perky anyway.
I've been called worse.
I'll make up something again next week, no doubt, Colin. So, but yeah, thanks for that. You don't get that anywhere else. You know, it's great that they take the time to record that and provide that. And obviously a really good time to mention the podcast, the Ox Sports Unleashed, all the results and reports and interviews from around our local teams. That's done by Patrick and Colin. And there it is, Lock Ryde's Football Roundup podcast on Spotify. A new episode each week. You can catch them there. Please do, because it is worth a listen and it gives you all the updates which you can't get anywhere else. So please give it a listen. It's well worth it. And I think that takes us on from a round ball.
It does. But first,
there was a round ball on the table.
There was a round ball on the table. It wouldn't stay put, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Rolling all over the place.
It was rolling.
That was the most technical thing we had, wasn't it?
It was tonight.
But I should just say that it's so disappointing that the biggest women's sport in Oxfordshire is not an Olympic sport.
Absolutely.
And you can say that these days it's all about results and money in sport, unfortunately so. The facilities down at Oxford City are really good. Okay, they play outdoors, winter and summer too.
Superb.
Not like you roughy, toughy cricketers, okay? So
No.
hibernate during winter and disappear.
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
You go. Right, talk about roughy, toughy sportsmen. We go to rugby now, and Chinna Rugby Club. They continue their good season so far. They beat Doncaster 21-23 at Castle Park on Friday. And here are the highlights. I think you've got the wonderful Wes Spearman doing a bit of commentary too to help us to see what's going on. Here's the highlights.
Chinna completed a narrow victory on their travels to Doncaster on Friday. Nick Easter's side came out 23-21 winners at Castle Park in the North East to see them climb to 8th in the Championship. It was a slow start to the match with penalties exchanged between both sides, but after half an hour, Gabriel Mann broke through the Doncaster defence and laid off to Jamie Campbell, which saw Chinna into the lead.
Oh, he's done well.
And a break through the middle there, and it's going to be the first try of the match. Will go to the visitors.
He's not bad, that 8, is he?
Freddie Owsley then made it 2 tries for Chinna after Nick Smith surged through the middle of the pitch, allowing the winger a clear run to the try line.
Breaking straight through the line here. Broken play for Chinna, and it's a fantastic pass and an even better take from the winger. Freddie Owsley, and Cambridge go from coast to coast.
Doncaster clawed back some points with a late try in the first half by Matt McNabb to go into the break 16-17, but Chinna still in the lead.
First try of the match for Doncaster.
Penalties were once again the story of the first 10 minutes, with George Warboys kicking between the posts. But it wasn't long until Doncaster reclaimed the lead. A wide pass from the number 10 allowed Joe Margetts on the left-hand side a run to the corner, despite Luke Carter's best efforts for Chinna.
A wide pass to Joe Margetts, who is in at the corner. And the try is given.
1 point behind, Chinna were awarded a penalty just minutes later, and Warboys once again made no mistake.
Convert his kick, so
Russell Bennett missed a penalty with 8 minutes to go for Doncaster, and with no further action, Chinna got themselves home by just 2 points. The South Oxfordshire side host London Scottish at Kingsley Road on Friday night. Back to the studio for much more Ox Sports Unleashed.
So a great result there for Chinna Rugby Club. Try scores for Jamie Campbell on 29 minutes and Freddie Owsley on 33. And if you want to catch some really good rugby, then they host London and Scottish Friday night at 7:30. So over there at Ginner Rugby Club. So it's well worth a watch, I think. And people have been there, so it's a fantastic evening out. If you've got nothing else to do on a Friday night, fancy some decent rugby, get yourself over to Ginner. Over to you, young man.
Yeah, Kingsley Road. Been there once before, and the rugby is fast and furious, so it's well worth going across to Kingsley Road to see them in action. London Scottish tomorrow night, 7:30. Get over there; it'll be fantastic. Right, this is going to be a first because we're pretty. This is close to the knuckle, really. We've got a report from Town and Gown, Oxford City women versus the Oxford University women, and this is a report that has just come in from Blake Bint. We don't know if it's audio, we don't know if it's video, we have no clue, but we're gonna, whatever it is, we're gonna showcase it now.
Hello and welcome to the M Group Stadium, home of Oxford City Football Club, for this annual historic event between Oxford City Football Club and the University of Oxford. We're just getting ready for the second of two games this evening. The men have just finished warming up behind me, but that's not before the women's game that came first. Oxford City coming out 7-1 winners with 7 different goal scorers. Perfect preparation for their second round FA Cup tie against Swindon Town in just over a week's time. They went 3-0 up at the break, and then Oxford University pulled one back through Gillian Duggan, the only goal scorer for them. But Leon Thea Horace's side will be very happy with that result following a bit of a tight 2-1 win last season. We're getting ready for the men's game. Oxford City not doing great in the league. Can they overcome the Students?
There we go. It was video, and we're actually punching the sky here. We're well chuffed with that. Yeah. We're patting ourselves on the back. Terrible.
We did try and do it live, and it didn't work.
Didn't quite work. But that was fantastic. Our thanks to Blake Bint there. Blake. He has also mentioned that the Oxford City men did go 1-0 up in the first minute. So plenty of action down at Court Place Farm this evening. So fantastic.
I'd just like to say that you can see in the background there, it's absolutely teeming down with rain there at Court Place Farm. And prior to the 3G pitch being put there, they'd have been out there trying to mop up all the water at the club end. So it works for them. And again, we go back to the fact that around the back of the, or towards the front of there, they've got the main netball areas, which is what Ali was talking about as well. If you watched earlier on this evening, that's where the Oxford Netball is based, down at Court Place Farm. So we'll hear from Blake again, do we think?
Yeah, we're going to try and speak to Blake a little bit later for an update on the Oxford City men versus the Oxford University men. So stay tuned for that, because we don't know how that's going to go, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. I'm thinking our next bit is cricket.
Okay, we've got a problem with the mic. Okay, so right, so you go to the
is that a little bit better? That's a little bit better. Okay, I'm on the mic, as they say.
Not taking the mic, you're on the mic. No.
This could be a bit tricky later when I'm trying to use this to speak to Blake, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Yes, it's over to cricket, and some of our youngsters and Oxfordshire players have been plying their trade abroad, and the first one is Flo Miller, who's playing for Adelaide Cricket Club, and last weekend she scored 83 from 54 balls in her first game in Adelaide, and hoping weather doesn't get in the way this weekend for a further game. So good start from Essex Flo Miller, and if you remember rightly, we interviewed both her and her brother Gus, who's now back in training at Northants, I noticed this week. So we wish Gus all the very best for his rehabilitation and getting back into that Northants side. So well done, the Millers. We want to say we are the Millers, but we'll move on to the next person, which is Lindsay Smith. After her exploits in the England World Cup squad just a few weeks ago. She now is playing in the Big Bash, and she has played a couple of games. I know she got 1 for 45 in her first game in 10 overs, so a good start for Lindsay. But we wish her all the best down under. She's playing in the Hurricanes. Oh, she's got the Hurricanes cap, hashtag 61 there from Nicola Carey. So very happy to receive that. So good luck to Lindsay in there. That's brilliant. And James Coles, we reported last week that he was going to be playing between the 6th and 9th of November in the England squad for the Sixes. They didn't do too badly, a little bit better than last year, but James ended up in the last game getting 55 from, I think it was 18 balls. When you think about it, there was only four fielders, so there's plenty of spaces to hit, I suppose. But well done to Colesy. We wish him all the best for the winter going forward. That's brilliant for those three individuals, and like I say, to Gus coming back to Northants training. So we wish them all the very best. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what a fantastic way to spend your summer and your winter, travelling the world like that. I mean, the variety of competitions now, we said before, I know some people are purists and don't like it, but actually the opportunity it gives both men and women to, travel the world and to play the sport all year round is fantastic, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. That takes us on to Oxfordshire youngsters applying their trade for the Southern Vipers. There is a link between Oxfordshire and the Southern Vipers, and some of our Oxfordshire players have actually got into the Vipers Academy in the Emerging Players Programme, the EPP. So Suri Shah is in the academy. That's a young lady whose dad I've had the pleasure of playing cricket with and against. He plays for over 50s in Oxfordshire, so we wish Suri the very best. Amy Diab in the EPP. Neve Rogan, sister of Conor Rogan, who's down under playing cricket. He was in our Oxfordshire under-18s last year, but we wish Amy and Neve the very best of luck in the EPP, along with Rabia Doga, so again in the EPP. So great to have those Oxfordshire players, like I say, getting into that academy and the Emerging Players Programme. So we wish them all the very best of luck through the winter and all the coaching that they will get. And we look for their names in the future, because I believe one or two of those might go on to bigger and better things, I would suggest. Well, Colin, the next thing is quite close to both myself and Kieran's heart, from what's happened in the past for the Felix Byram Shaw Award at Oxfordshire Cricket, and we've got some news about the Felix project. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, we have indeed. So the co-founder, Jane Byam Shaw OBE, was honoured with the prestigious Women of the Year Game Changer Award in the 2025 Women of the Year Lunch Awards. And what it says, incredible recognition, celebrates Jane's vision, relentless dedication to the mission of tackling food waste and fighting hunger across London. As a member of her son, Felix, Jane co-founded the Felix Project in 2016. And what started, she says, as a double garage operation, has grown to one of the UK's biggest food redistribution charities. You can see there they've been supported by some major food companies here. Underscores the significance, the impact the Felix Project has had on both food sustainability and community responsibility within the catering sector. So nice to see the big guns there helping out on the initiative there. Also in memory, sad memory, but something good came out of it as it was. And I think you know that from those cricket, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that, we have an award each year since Felix passing. It's a real prestigious award actually in Oxfordshire cricket, and there's been some really good recipients over the years, and that takes us to a fitting tribute to Paul Railings, who actually is the only adult to have won the Felix Byram Shaw Award. And Kieran has this to say about his passing.
We were all very saddened to learn last week of the death of Paul Rallings, an Oxfordshire cricket coach who had battled cancer for several years. Paul was a cricket coach within the Oxfordshire pathway for several years, coaching all age groups from under 10s all the way through to the under 18s, and he was battling cancer very bravely. He received the first ever coach to receive the Felix Byam Shaw Award at the Oxfordshire Pathway Awards in 2024. The first adult, the first non-player to receive the award, recognised for his incredible, indomitable spirit as he continued to coach whilst undergoing treatment for cancer. Our thoughts are with everybody connected with Paul, particularly, of course, his family and his closest friends. We'll never forget him, and his legacy is that he has helped to develop young cricketers in this fine county, and we, all of us from Oxford Unleashed would want to say to Paul and his family, we're thinking of you, and Paul, rest in peace.
Our thanks to Kieran Bushnell for that tribute.
Oh.
Sorry. Thank you to K-Dog there for that fitting tribute to Paul Rallings. So rest in peace, Paul. You were one of the good guys, that is for sure.
Yeah, so now I think we're going to try to, as if we haven't got enough technical challenges this evening, to try and go through to live to Court Place Farm. I like to call it still. I'm sure it's called something else now, so got a new sponsorship name. The M Group Stadium. Thank you very much, Mr. Producer, who's a Oxford City fan through and through.
As you can tell, Blake's fallen asleep. He's not answering his phone, so that's always good. That was always going to happen.
It's got the voice now.
That was absolutely brilliant. And that will be on our bloopers reel shortly, I'm sure.
Can I just say that this stuff happens to the BBC, but we don't get sued by Trump? No. Good job too.
I'm loving that. He's obviously in the middle of either an interview.
Right.
He's doing a VT.
Oh, right, okay, all right.
Okay. Do the result. I think we're going to the league table,
yes.
Because we can waffle through the league tables a little bit, can't we? We have done for the last 2 weeks, Colin, haven't we? So
I mean, Ali made us look very unprofessional, didn't she? Yeah, she was brilliant.
Yeah,
but here we go. Oxford United, they're at the wrong end of the table, right? 2 losses in a row. It's getting a bit desperate for them, and they lost quite badly as well, but not good for them. 21st, okay, so, and look, there's not many points around them that they got to spare there. So, right, international break, good time for them to reset, I think, and hope. Next up, please, sir. Oxford City, by that win, they're still in the relegation zone. Again, look how many points differentiate the different teams around them. So, again, they're not out of the woods just yet, but improved performance was a bright spot on an otherwise a bit of a dismal start to the season. Banbury United, they were down the bottom 2, and if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that the manager had him in, had a chat, and said we had to find a way of winning football games. They did win a football game. That meant they are now still dangerously above the relegation zone, but that win did give them a bit of breathing space in the Premier Central Southern League Division.
Good to see that. Good to see that. In Division 1 Central in the Southern Football League, Tame United, again, still mid-table, 22 points. Quite well positioned, I think. There, a win could take them into 9th or 8th position there. So if the results go their way, so keep winning, please, Tame. In that Division 1 South in the Southern Football League, Didcot Town have been putting a couple of results together, haven't they, of late? And they are in 14th position. Played 15 games already with 16 points on the board.
Yeah, I should just mention also that you can see that Maorzol are just above them, and they host that they're at Didcot this weekend, I think so, all the way up from Cornwall.
Okay, this is good, isn't it? This is good. Yeah. Go on, Colin.
Yeah, Cherry Red Records Combined Counties Football League, Ardley doing well at their top, which is great. Hopefully we'll get their manager on soon. Wallif and Cromarsh, they're 3rd, Killington 7th, Milton United 9th.
Yeah, and further down the league there in the Premier Division North, Aberdeen United in 14th position, and North Lee in 17th with 17 and 15 points respectively.
GCH these are complicated names. GCE Higher Fleet United Counties League Premier South, Eagleton Sports there at 17th.
We normally waffle. He's
No,
not used to going.
We're catching him out. Wantage Town going well too. They've been scoring for fun sometimes. Got a goal difference of 15, so right up the top there in 4th position in the Ulsport Hellenic League Division 1.
And in that league, Carterton in 14th position. Clanfield 85 actually got out of the relegation 3 with a win last week, so that's good news. And Tame United Reserve still
rock bottom.
Yeah, they are rock bottom with only 4 points. So again, please come in. We want to speak to you from Carterton. We had a few thoughts last week, but I haven't followed up on them. But we will get them in at some point.
Okay, change now to the Women's National League. Oxford United women, I think they lost badly at the weekend, but they're 7th currently. And Aberdeen United are 5th in the Division 1 South West.
In the Southern Region Women's Football League Premier South, Oxford City there after 5 games. They have done quite well. They've only lost 1 of the 5, 3 draws with 6 points, and plenty of games in hand on the sides above them. So I'm going to hand over to Paul. I'm going to hand over to Colin even.
Right. So just a second. I think we've got a report coming in, I believe, live, and we're going to try this and see what happens. I think so.
Well, we're going hopefully live to Blake Bint with an update on the Oxford City game. So over to you, Blake. What's happening? Nothing, obviously. We'll try that again.
Oh, well. Oh, dear me. Okay, this is live, all right? As you can tell.
Yes, I'll try hit one. Let's go again. Let's go again.
All right.
Some technical problem. Not quite sure what it is. We did say we thought this might be one of those things that would happen tonight, and with our bloopers, we try it, and I'm still going to try it before the end of this show. Yeah. I can assure you. So, but it's quite amusing when we're trying something different, and we apologise that we can't get Blake Bint at this moment in time, but we are going to try again before this programme finishes. So I think that takes us on to our normal results service, and hopefully we'll try again to get Blake on the phone after you've seen all the results from last weekend. Well, we're hopefully now going live to. We're now hopefully going live with Blake Vint tonight. It's brilliant, but we know that Blake is at Court Place Farm and he is watching the Town and Gown Oxford City men versus the Oxford University men. And Blake, can you give us an update on what the score is and how things are going?
Hello, yes, I am at the M Group Stadium, formerly known as Court Place Farm. I promise I am not calling from Mars or something. This is live and it is working. And it's Oxford City 1, it's University of Oxford 0. It took just 1 minute to score for Isaac Westendorf, following up from Oxford City's win against Worksop, which we saw earlier in the show. They took just 1 minute to score then, and that's all it took tonight as well. However, it is a precarious lead. It's been a good battle so far, following the women's game where Oxford City were a lot more dominant in a 7-1 victory on that occasion. 7 goal scorers in that one, as you heard from my reports earlier. But here it's half-time at the M Group Stadium. It's Oxford City 1, it's University of Oxford 0, and it's Oxsports Unleashed 3, Blake Vint 1.
Very good, Blake. We thank you for that report. Sorry, forgetting I need the mic. Thanks to Blake Vint there for an amazing report on that game. So hopefully that came across okay. Eventually live. It just goes to prove we are live, and that's the first time we've ever tried to get anybody in. If we could do an interview on the telephone in the future, that would be quite entertaining. So our thanks to Blake for that. It was a great effort, though. I like it. I quite enjoyed that.
And if you think you can do better, why don't you get in contact with us, come and join the team and show us how to do it properly. We should have a little banner, a headline underneath there.
Definitely should.
There you go, look at that.
There we go.
Come on, join the team, have some fun and improve the output for local sport. Because earlier on, the interview with Ali was fantastic with Oxford Netball. So I hope we're not doing her injustice by the chaos towards the end of our show, but never mind.
Chaos? What was chaos?
Well, technical difficulties, right?
Technical difficulties.
There you go.
Yeah, brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show, and like I say, we have tried to do something different. If you know how to do it a little better, if you know how to get us a video live as well through our desk, that would be brilliant. You may have the equipment that we need to do it, so please do get in contact at oxsportsunleashed@gmail.com. That's oxsportsunleashed@gmail.com. Coming up in the coming weeks, an interview with Oxford Saints American football coach, and looking forward to catching up with him in the near future. We've got Childgrove Kiddies football, Childgrove walking football, and Childgrove women's football. So looking forward to catching up with my niece and her husband over on that. So stay tuned. That will be in December, and there will be loads and loads of our normal features, fixture focus, and Oxford City reports. And of course, do go over to Spotify for our podcast with Lock Ryde. It's well worth a listen. Well, Colin, what do you think? That was a roller coaster ride tonight.
It was good fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So, and if you don't try something different sometimes, you never know whether you can or you can't. We almost got there. Next time we'll be better.
Absolutely. That was the week that Jimmy Anderson became a knight. So
wow.
That's quite a good achievement, isn't it? But please join us again live at Oxford Downs next Thursday at 8 o'clock, where we'll unleash some more Ox sports. We'll see you soon.
Bye for now.